Hi guys, back at it again. Um, what have I called this? I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, just keep pushing. Um, I mean, before I just rattle on that particular idea, just gonna let guys know that it's another short stream. I know I've been like, this last month was good because it was consistent, but I always had to keep reminding myself that always has to be constant progression. And so the first hurdle was consistency. I think we're now getting over that, and we're very much just doing that now, which is great. But now the quality has to improve. The what I have to do in here has to improve so that I'm ready for when the time comes, because it's gonna come soon, when I really have to be ready and it sounds cringe to say it, but get clouded, basically. I have to do, everything when it comes to that. But now I just have to improve it. I have to, get back to watching videos with you guys. I have to get back to, I have to do the gaming. I have to do more extended, like I said, in this time frame before the marketing. I'm on average gonna be streaming like the longest an hour and a half, and the shortest like 10 minutes basically. Um, but and the 10 minutes is just to briefly talk to you guys. Sometimes it may be longer because I may rattle on and I may have a particular idea to discuss, obviously, but that's why it's anywhere in between that. It's either at minimum 10 or at maximum an hour and a half. But overall, the goal, like beyond consistency now, like because I think I with a month of consistently doing that, I've been doing good, and I think I got it on. Of course, I still need to like train it a little bit more, but I got it overall pretty much good. So with that being said, I think I'm at a place right now where you know with particular to streaming, that I have to now keep pushing, but pushing towards like a progression, like an evolution. So now I can't just be talking to you guys. I got to be consistent and improve the quality and stuff like that. So I have to show what I got. I'm gonna game with you guys, kind of multitask talk, and then I'm also gonna uh I guess you could say yeah, just react to videos like that. And then eventually I think around August, I'm gonna start talking to other people on stream. But I'm not gonna do it a lot because I'm gonna kind of do it a lot, but not so much, because I don't want to waste like if I have an interaction that's good, like that should have been on stream, I should have been able to capture that's the reason why. But of course I have to kind of get prepared, because so that's just what it is. So I think around August or September, the latest, I'll get started with that. But obviously that's the case, and above all, I think um, there's certain things and certain, like, I guess, vices, and as you guys know, like that I have and I have to get over. And of course I'm already starting to have interactions with back, because I know I'm good. Like, I'm good looking. It's just that for some reason I've decided to isolate myself for a long time, and I become fucking awkward. But I know I got it. I know I do. It's just a matter of time. But I think overall, um, it's just a matter of time. But I think overall, there's just a lot that I have to get through, that I have to accomplish, that I have to do. And I mean, in relation to that, I just think that there's certain alternative ways to go about things, um and I'll simply put it that way. But the ideal remains the same regardless. Um but that's besides the point. I'm not really going to talk about that. But I think, well, what could I say? Damn, every time I look at myself, I'm like checking myself out. I'm like, yeah. So that, I don't know, cringe, whatever. But I think overall, what could I say? Um, yeah, that's it in relation to that. But I think, I guess the last point that I want to make is that, and I was just thinking about this because I was kind of watching a couple reels and features about the movie Oppenheimer that's coming out. And if you guys just know me, you know that I'm like a big fan of Christopher Nolan. He's just one of, obviously we all know that he's like an iconic filmmaker. And he's the last one standing because like I feel like all the sort of great directors are either really old or they're dead already, um, or they're past, or they're about to end, whatever it is, like whether it's Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, or obviously dead ones like Alfred Hitchcock or Stanley Kubrick. All the iconic ones are almost like that. They're gone. So he's the youngest because he came into the sort of filmmaking like kind of scene and like his like in the, I guess you could say it's really the 2000s, like right when the 2000s it was Memento, and before that it was like his sort of I mean Memento is kind of like an indie film, but not really because it's like, yes, it's an indie film, but in like the grand scheme of like everything else, of course, but it was still like a, I don't know if it was a studio film. I'm not quite sure what the circumstances are, but it's like that. But definitely his other film before that, The Following, which I haven't actually watched, but it's that. But basically, he came into the 2000s, and we all know he's like iconic since from that. He's just built this catalog of films that are just fantastic. And um I think with Oppenheimer, like I don't know the story about him, but just knowing about like just that idea and the consequential idea of like building this weapon of mass destruction is, to be honest, I don't think as a sort of as a science I will ever be able to accomplish such a feat. And I know that sounds like wrong, like I'm not that's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm saying it's like accomplishing that level of science and that level of invention and creation to the point that you're at that point and you literally have that kind of world staking power in the palm of your hands. And it's crazy, but sometimes that's not, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how Hitler felt, except that, he obviously took advantage of it completely. Um but I think that overall it's very much, um it just got me thinking about like, because I plan as a human being, not necessarily as like a particular that, but with the amount of impact that I plan to have on this world, it makes me think how much of that, and I don't plan to have it in like some kind of humble and like subjective kind of way, like bullshit. No, because that doesn't count. Everyone is capable of having it. I'm talking about the unique circumstance of that vision. And what does it do to a man? What does it do to that kind of particular person? I'm not quite sure, but I guess we're gonna have to find out. Because I can't, live a normal life. I just can't. I have to be quite eccentric, and right now I'm constrained by this. But by me doing this, by me, getting out, by me, you know, making sure that I do everything with the mission, is all taking me towards that path. And that's exactly what I'm fighting for now. When I was in high school, it was passive. I was watching other people, and now I'm still watching other people, but now it's coming at a point of desperation. Because before I used to watch it in a passive sense, in a way like, oh, like eventually that'll be that. And then now I'm here, I'm like, I'm still watching. I cannot watch. I am not that. I will never be that. I'm not, fuck being a spectator. I will be that guy. But also, there's a huge consequence when it comes to being that guy. And I think Oppenheimer wasn't really trying to be that. And from my perception of the story, it was genuine. He was creating something. I'm being malicious, just like some other people that want to do that. But it came out of a genuine point. But to me, it's complex. Let's just say. But what's without a question is that I have to do what I need to do, and I'll keep pushing, no matter how hard it gets. And I know there's reality, and I have to confront it because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't lived exactly the harshest of lives. I've had it pretty good and pretty easy, in some senses. In some senses, not, but in some senses, I have. I would say, practically speaking, no, my life has not been hard, but emotionally, existentially, certain issues, certain drama, certain situations, yes, I've had it difficult. But this path that I'm going on will make sure that I'll suffer without a question. And I have a mission, which actually kind of makes it scarier because you're going in without any scars, but you know it's coming. And so it's a weird, I guess, phenomenon or predicament, but I got to do it. I have to. And through that, inevitably, I'll probably die throughout the process, or I'll get tougher. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Um, uh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it a long stream. I think most likely Thursday and Friday will be the days that I'll make it longer. So tomorrow will probably be shorter, but I got you guys. So this week will probably be two, hour longs, and now, yeah, I think on average that should be the case. I think you should have three and then two shorter. So that's how it's gonna work. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and peace. All right.